You ever have a favorite game or maybe a movie just vanish? Like one day it's there and the next it's just gone. Wiped from digital stores, servers switched off. Well, today we're diving into the incredible story of a legendary game that did just that, and the amazing community that absolutely refused to let it die. This is the story of Unreal Tournament's revival. Oh, yeah. If that sound just sent a jolt of pure nostalgia right through you, then you know exactly what game we are talking about. For a whole generation of gamers, that gravelly announcer was the soundtrack to so many LAN parties and late night sessions. That wasn't just a sound effect, it was the signal that something truly epic just went down. You have to remember, back in the golden age of PC gaming, there were these two titans, Unreal and Quake. Unreal, and especially its multiplayer follow-up, Unreal Tournament, pretty much set the standard for what a fast-paced, high-skill arena shooter should be. These weren't just games, they were like cultural cornerstones for anyone with a PC and a modem that made all those screeching sounds. And the crazy thing is, its legacy just kept going. This wasn't just something for us old-timers who were there in '99. As this Reddit user, Certified BioGirl, points out, the love for Unreal was literally passed down from parents to their kids. It created this amazing multi-generational fan base that kept that flame alive way, way past its prime. But then, the unthinkable happened. After more than 20 years of being a staple, this legendary game was, for all intents and purposes, erased. I mean, just look at this journey. It launches in the late 90s, becomes a constant in the PC gaming world for 2 decades, and then, bam, late 2022, its own creator, Epic Games, just pulls the plug. It really, truly seemed like the story was over, until the community decided, nope, we're writing a new chapter. So what does that actually mean, pulled the plug? Well, delisting meant you literally couldn't buy the games on Steam or anywhere else anymore. And with the official servers shut down, the whole online multiplayer experience that made the game was gone. It really felt like a piece of our digital history was just locked away in a vault forever. Okay, but this is where the story gets really, really good, because when the original creator stepped back, the community, they stepped up. Big time. And what this community was doing is a perfect example of something called digital preservation. And that sounds kind of academic, but it's really important. It's not just about saving old files, it's this belief that our digital culture, our games, our art, our history is valuable, and we have to actively save it from just disappearing. This wasn't just about playing an old game. It was basically a rescue mission. Now, this whole revival was a team effort, and you've got 3 main players. First, of course, is Epic Games, the original creators, the ones who own it. Then you have the Internet Archive, this amazing non-profit digital library that became like a safe harbor for the game files. And then you have the real heroes of this story, a fan community called Old Unreal. These folks have been lovingly patching the game for years. Now, for a long time, this whole project was kind of living in a legal gray area. The community was doing this incredible work, but it was all unofficial. It could have been shut down at any moment. And then they got a message from the one group they'd probably never, ever expected to hear from. And there it is. In an official statement, a spokesperson from Epic Games didn't just ignore the community's work, they actually endorsed it. They confirmed the games were on the Internet Archive and basically told everyone, go ahead, you have our blessing to play them. This wasn't a company just looking the other way. This was an explicit green light. The Old Unreal team, you can imagine, immediately confirmed it on their Discord. They had official approval from Epic. I mean, just like that, their work went from being this sort of underground fan project to a totally legitimate creator-sanctioned revival. The game's future was, finally, secure. So, of course, all of this leads to the one big question you're probably asking right now. How can I get back in the game? Well, thanks to the unbelievable work of the Old Unreal team, it is shockingly simple. Seriously, the process couldn't be easier. You just head over to the Old Unreal website and you download their special installer. It's this little piece of magic that does all the heavy lifting for you. It grabs the original game from the Internet Archive and automatically patches it up to run perfectly on a modern PC. A few clicks and you are ready to frag like it's 1999. And look, this story is about so much more than just getting an old game to work. It represents a huge, huge win for the entire gaming community and really for the whole cause of digital preservation. And you can see the impact immediately in how the community reacted. Just take this from Reddit user Smokin2k, who, after 23 years, found that the gameplay was just as incredible as they remembered. And that's the real power here. It's not just about preserving code, it's about preserving joy. And here's another one from user Seishun Dash, talking about sharing the experience with friends and just reliving all those old memories. See, these games, They were social hubs. They were places where friendships were made. Bringing them back isn't just about nostalgia, it's about reconnecting with a really meaningful part of our past. When you step back, the revival of Unreal Tournament really gives us this powerful blueprint for the future. It shows a way forward where companies can actually embrace the legacy of their older games by empowering the fan communities that love them the most. It's this incredible model where fans become the official guardians, making sure our digital culture isn't just lost to time. This whole thing was a massive victory. It proves what's possible when a passionate community just refuses to let a classic fade away. And it leaves us with one really important question to think about. What other pieces of our shared digital history are out there, right now, just waiting for their own heroes to bring them back from the brink?